Alrighty, friends. Hi. How you doing? Today we are going to look at today's daily unit, which is from the special map, and I don't know who it is, so let's just drum roll, please. Oh, it's Subaki. Okay, well then, I guess we'll go and get Subaki. Alright. I'll be pretty honest. This is kind of disappointing unit. Today, at least. See, you know, I keep saying she, but it's a he. Much like Setsuna was, you know, mistaken as a she as well.
Let's go.
I think I'll just destroy you outright, Mr. Fighter. And we'll move on to the next one. So anyways.
Let's go.
So for those wondering about daily unit, we're basically going to be sticking to only units you can get on the day. I mean, and eventually I'll move on to my review videos again, which I've been working on, but next one is on the focus summons, and the focus summons there's 6 of them, so there's a lot of editing to be done. Usually I do 3 to 4, so adding on an additional 2 is kind of weird. Anyways, so let's just pop on over here. Get that one done and done. And Kagero, can you actually... Nope, you are done. I didn't even realize. You are actually done with your turn. Well, that's just unnecessary. Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, Subaki. Don't do that. Don't do that!
You are already dead.
And Subaki's gone. Okay, well. This was an interesting experience in every way. And there's Subaki. 2 stars, fantastic. He's perfect expert, which, okay, that's a little weird. I mean, oh, hey, look at that. We get an orb for doing that and a bunch of other stuff. I wonder what happens. Yeah, I can bring along my, oh god. Yes, Mr. Baldy. Give me the hero feathers. And someone, Sonaki has come over here. Yeah, I know you're the Empress. She says it every time. It's really getting on my nerves. Anyways, hi. So, I guess we should probably talk about Subaki a bit, shall we? This is I know, I'm aware that I have a lot of units. Please don't tell me. I know. I'm going to be sorting it out very shortly. And, like, fusing units and doing all that nonsense. But anyways, let's take a look at Subaki, shall we? So, one thing you will notice right now is that Subaki has quite a lot of health off the bat, although this one might have a bit more due to IVs. It's kind of hard for me to tell right from the get-go. He also has some pretty high defense, speed, and attack is pretty basic. Let me see if I can find my other unit real quick. Weapon type there. Alright, so generally when it comes to these free units, it becomes a question of if you want to upgrade them, and it's always a task, and yes, I have a bunch of Subakis, of course I do. I think I might have a higher rank Subaki. I do not. Okay, well then let's just take a look at some of these and see what we got. Yeah, just in general, he has a lot of health, as I thought. And basically, Subaki is the perfect example of a character that has stats, but when you begin to realize that he's supposed to be a character that has a lot of health and technically a bit of defense, so he can be a bit beefy. He also usually has moderate attack, but his attack doesn't really scale up too well, especially on later levels. His res is okay, and of course he's also a flying unit, which means that archers will be the bane of his existence. Just to give you an example. I mean, there's his, and there's him getting damaged. Jesus Christ, that looks a little painful, but here's the problem that comes with our good friend Subaki here. Granted, he gains access to Sapphire Lance, which is something that if you have any knowledge of the weapon triangle is very, very nice to have along. He can essentially destroy red units pretty hardcore, and that's his specialty in a way, but here is where things get a little weird. Mostly because resistance is not something that's going to help him too much. His resistance is quite low. Not something that you're probably going to put a lot of effort into. And his quick riposte is a decent enough ability. But outside of that, Subaki doesn't really have much to go on. The only real plus to his skill set right now would be Sapphire Lance, and that is a very limiting ability. Unlike, say, Azura, who has the same ability, same sort of weapon, essentially. She has the ability to sing, and that grants additional ability, additional stats and turns and things like that. I believe she also has a buff or two. I could be wrong, but, generally Subaki, what he lacks is attack, mostly. He has a lot of health, which means that generally he won't be outright destroyed by archers, but he will take quite a bit of damage. He does have access to swap, which allows him to move allies out of the way, but not much is going to come of that when he is going to die fairly quickly. And unfortunately with Sapphire Lance, he does not have the damage to back up a lot of what he's going to be packing out into the battle. I'm just going to take a look at the other Subakis that we have here. And that one is lacking health, but has a bit more speed. That one has a bit more speed, and ooh, the res is not that great. But still, basically, the problem with Subaki is it's more a choice of units in the sense. When you have other units that are generally better, I mean not Obero, and definitely not Donald. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think I have. Oh, there we go. Katria is a good unit that is a good example of what a what a flying blue unit would be like. Also, of course, Cordelia. We also have Perry, who can technically do better than her, and of course Abel as well. Generally, you'll find these characters more easy to access than Subaki because of his lack of, well, general skills and stats. Don't get me wrong, resistance is cool, but it's not going to help him too much. Quick riposte makes him a little bit more, well, I guess I wouldn't say beefy, but it helps him a little bit. But when he lacks the stats to essentially kill any unit that isn't red, he can't really, with his attack stats, I have not seen him able to actually kill another blue unit. And of course, since he's going up against a green as well, he will probably do even less damage. And honestly, when it comes down to it, there's just so much better out there when it comes to lance units, because, well, not only that, flying lance units. To give you an example, again, Katria. She has the access to New Moon and eventually Luna. She has the Killer Lance, which gives her a bit of a better access to Luna. And she has Armored Blow and Seal Attack, which are both very nice to have along the way for a unit that's going to go in like Subaki. Subaki is more like essentially trying to be a unit that can't really do too much. He has this weird attempt to be a kind of bulky, I wouldn't say tank, because again, archers can destroy him fairly quickly. But outside of that, he doesn't offer much to the table. And unfortunately, if you're really looking for a blue unit, I would highly suggest trying elsewhere. But if you really want to go for him, I guess I can give you some IVs that you might want to aim for. Generally, since his health is so big, it doesn't hurt to get some health IVs. I'm not so sure about attack or defense, honestly. Attack is probably a bit better, because it at least makes up for a bit of his shortcomings. That way he can attack a little bit higher, hit a little bit harder, and hopefully not die too quickly. He will generally be at least somewhat useful, but again, when you have other blue units who can do essentially what he does but better, it's not a bad idea. God, I have so many Donalds. I really need to change that. I mean, I'm fairly sure. Let's see here. Where is she? Oh, I mean, if you really wanted to go with a unit that you could upgrade, I would highly suggest Shareena. She's just a much better unit at trying to upgrade. She gets a lot better later on, and she gets useful skills that typically would be what he would want to be aiming for. Unfortunately, he lacks that capabilities, and, well, we're stuck in the rut that we are right now. That simply put, I'm kind of disappointed that Subaki was the daily unit today, because honestly, compared to yesterday's, which had Hana, this one just is sorely lacking. Such a disappointment. And the only thing that could really top it off better would probably be Donald. And I have a feeling he's going to be coming up very soon. So yeah, be ready for that. Honestly, again, Subaki, he can do his job. But be aware that if you ever get any of the other units that I mean, if you decide to really want to upgrade a blue unit, I still highly suggest Shareena. Because, well, it's just easier. And god damn it, I need to change I need to buff or just get rid of that Camilla. And I have a lot of crap I need to do. As you can tell, there's a lot of units here that need some working on. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it's not the best, but this is, again, a review of the daily unit you can get if they're worth upgrading, and I can safely say, skip Subaki for now. You might get a better one from your first summon, or if you really just want a good blue unit, get Shareena. She's just better. So, that's about it for now. That's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoy. I'll be in the comments as always, hoping you guys will listen to me and talk to you, and, we'll discuss teams and all that other stuff. Last time I didn't get the chance to because of work. Oh my god, the screen went black there for a second. Don't worry, and we'll have more to talk about very soon. So, yeah, see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Love you all. And don't forget to share this if you liked it, and like it if you like it, I guess. That probably, and maybe subscribe if you do enjoy these daily unit videos. For now, though, catch you later.